Hello. Have you ever wondered, after looking at a snapshot sometimes with a casual background or sometimes even a cluttered background, you wish it would have been a more formal shot? Well, sometimes situation lends itself to where you can do just that. We're going to kind of speed through the process here because of some of the things we've done in the past. But right now, we want to select the subjects. So we'll go to select and do the automatic subject. Remember that? Alt Control S brings that up also, but we'll just choose subject, and it goes to work trying to isolate the subjects. Does a pretty good job. We'll go over here and get the quick select tool, come down here and use the right bracket key to make that a little bigger, and then push these marching ants back out where they belong, and look around the edge carefully to make sure it's selected pretty well. There's a tiny spot right here under my arm that's not selected, so I'll reduce the size of the cursor, hold the Alt key down because we're on the outside of the ants, and push it up to where it fills in there. Basically that's good enough, I think. Let's get out here. I want to bring this by my shoulder in there a little closer. Okay, we'll call that good. What do we do from this now? Well, we want to copy it. We want to put it on the clipboard. So I'm going to do a Control C. That copies it, and it's now on the clipboard. Our object is to have a different plain background, more professional. So we'll go to File, New, Image from Clipboard. And what that does is put the image we copied on a transparent background. Excuse me. Well, this would be fine, except if we put this in a frame, the top of the frame would probably cut into our heads. So we need to make the background a little bigger. To do that, go to Image, Resize. We want to resize the canvas. So we'll go over here, Canvas Size. And right now we can see that it's 11.3 inches high. We want to go a little higher, so let's estimate 14 inches. And we'll click this bottom arrow because we want the space at the top of the picture. So we hit the OK button. We've got more space above. Now we can crop that a little more comfortably. We'll go to the crop tool and crop in there where we want. Let's bring that down to about there. Obviously, let's hit the Control 0, make it the size of the screen so we can see all the edges of this. Close in here, maybe cut into about that far, and a little bit more on this side, and let's call that good. Hit the green arrow. There we have the couple on a plain background. If you want to, usually in the layers department over here in the layers section, that's usually displayed. And to pick a real plain background or colorful background, we can go over here to graphics at the bottom, and that brings up quite a selection here of multitude of patterns and colors, and just basically any color thing you wanted to do. Let's just pick one here and see what it does. I'll double click on this, and it throws that in the background. Looks pretty fair. Well, that changes the what would have been a snapshot more or less into a more professional looking picture. We could go one step further and cheat a little bit and go into the guided section and under Basics, go down here to Vignette Effect, and it gives us this. We can do a white or black vignette. Vignette, as you know, darkens the corners, kind of closes in on the image. Let's lessen that black a little bit more, maybe about there. So pretty quickly, that's how you can change sometimes what was a snapshot into what would pass for a pretty good portrait. Alrighty, hope you enjoy playing with it. That is about all for this video.